California, California. How you doing, Jim? I'm doing just fine in the salt here. You got a nice about 5 over S9 here on this end. And we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado, or El Paso County, whatever you want to call it.
On the Airbound, I've got some cable, all kinds of different cable that I'm going to be using. I've even got like my connectors boxes in a different box, but I thought if I ever needed connectors while installing, I'd want to check what connectors I have in a different box. But this is the cable that I was using, and as you can see, it's, I don't know if you can see it here, but I split that down the middle. So I've got my cables here, and then I've got my tape in here, some insulators in there, and here's the rope, all kinds of rope. And let's get that cooking. But I thought this was a really neat way to kind of store all my tree hoisting accoutrements. Well, this is the tape that I got from DX Engineering. I'm going to put this on first and then UV protect it with this. And then I'm going to get that SDRplay rocking and rolling. Antenna. I bought some inexpensive wire, and it was, I guess, double braided. I don't know what the word is. And we split that in half and then cut it down the middle, and then my friend soldered that for me. All right, and now what we're gonna do is, let's see, where's the other end? There's the other one right there. I've got this nice cable. It's actually custom and ABR Industries, and now we're gonna go ahead and weather protect it and try to get that up in the trees. This is a listen only for my SDRplay. Let's see what happens. Cable connected. Time to do some sealing. Right, not too bad for the amalgamating tape. And then I put electrical tape over that because it has UV protection. I didn't know that. I had to have an Elmer explain it to me. But I'm feeling this was kind of fun. Now I see why people like to make their own antennas. Different cables and so forth. And I've even got my pigtails and some programming cables, future antenna to make. And then over here, if you flip this thing, I've got all my, chargers and so forth. Spare, actually, I'm gonna show you how I keep my antennas. And then under here are just all my different battery backups for my batteries and so forth. Protected. Isn't that cool? Talk about hefty. It's a great box to put all my connectors and extra batteries. I get out of all the ham radio Elmers is don't spend too much money for stuff. Learn how to make do. And I sure did with this lipstick holder. I bought it for my essential oils, but the little bottles didn't fit in there, and I've had it for about 3 years. And then something just hit me, Shazam. That would be a great antenna holder. And I love the Signal stuff, Signal Stick, by the way. The very first radio I purchased back in June, in less than 30 days, after a week and a half, I passed my technician's license. The day I passed my license, I opened up this radio and this radio. My neighbors and I practice on this one. Then I bought the FT70. And then this is my friend's radio that I'm learning to program. Boy, I wish I could afford that radio. And it's a cool one from what I can tell from the tutorials. Then I got this SDRplay. The TYT was the next one. And then I just bought this one. Radio homies taught me is this wonderful Velcro to Velcro everything. So let's go ahead and use this bright one. And then I've got a black one I got from DX Engineering for the final. But here we go. Here goes nothing. It's just gorgeous. We're about to deploy it. I'm loving how even my little cable matches my little Arborist weight. Okay, let's do this, people. I think it's funny I'm making antenna videos when I used to just make political corruption videos. All right, I replaced this. It's a little bit longer. I've got my little Arborist weight, and then I'm just so proud of my first ever putting electrical tape over stuff. And we've got everything. So let's get this thing cooking, people. So much fun. So I've got my coax cable and then the 2 lines to my antenna, right? And here's one end here. And then I've got the other end here. And then there's gonna go to the radio. So get this part up.
We got it up. Now let's start hoisting.
So I've got this rope.
Okay, it's getting dark, so I've got it up there, and I've got it sloping to here, and then I've got it sloping to a little work area, this piece of bamboo. So it's, I think that's gonna work. Well, obviously I'm gonna put a little piece of rope inside that hole and attach it to the bamboo, but don't you like my stealth antenna setup? I've got all this bamboo, and then I attached it, and I'm gonna buy another one of these, resituate this, and attach it to that little gate there. Right now I've just got some bricks holding it into place, but look how high up that thing goes. And then here is the wire. And I feel like this is really cool practice for Parks on the Air. And then there's my center insulator, right? Or whatever it's called. I'm still learning, y'all. And then here is my wire, and it goes all the way over here. Once again, a makeshift little mast. And once again, I'm gonna put a piece of rope inside that hole and then tie that to the bamboo. I believe I'm gonna move this situation to right here and attach it with one of those green things. And I just couldn't be any happier with the signals that I'm getting. I'm hearing Arizona, Boston, Chicago, all kinds of shortwave radio stations. I heard some guys from Louisiana and Michigan talking on CB single sideband. I heard my first pile up yesterday, and I'll drop those clips in this video. But I mean, doesn't it just blend in nicely? I just, you know, and I trimmed up some of the bamboo here just so I can get to it, and I've got tons of this bamboo, so obviously that second post I have over there is gonna be higher, this other end of the antenna, with another one of these. So this is just very empowering for someone who doesn't have any background and learning as I go. My Elmers were, you know, encouraging me to make my own antenna, and gosh, I sure am glad.
Forgot I have one of these, so I could measure the bamboo and see how high it is, but for now, let's just see what signals we can get.
86W on 3535. Also, quickly, when will you do 60 meters over to that? And we'll pick up the other station there. Thanks again for the contact. It's a Whiskey Delta 5 station.
En France, l'utilisation du 49.3 attendue aujourd'hui pour valider le projet de loi de budget 2023. Voilà qui ne va certainement pas calmer la grogne dans le pays. Il y a des grandes modalités. The most important task right now is to lend a helping hand, offer logistics and material aid to those who lost their homes and their belongings.
At the tone, 4 hours, 55 minutes, coordinated universal time.
Give him a check, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. A lot of someone know how to do that, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Well, I'm trying to help people with it.
Okay, let me look here right quick on 28. 28, 28, 28. Just a minute.
Ye ministers of my God, for the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your God.
59, my friend, thank you.
Thank you, Victor 31 X-ray X-ray. You were good. Charlie Papa 5 and 8.
Almost all right now. I ain't do that.
Thank you, Victor 31 X-ray X-ray.
Whiskey Yankee 0 X-ray.
Q1 Foxtrot 4, Yankee Yankee 5 and 8. Okay, guys, 3 more and I'm out of here. You are good.
Whiskey Yankee 0.
Delta, Q1 before Whiskey Delta Echo.